Hello, everybody. It is me, Sacred G. Welcome back to another video. And today I wanted to talk about, are hookups even fucking worth it? Let's find out. Alright, so I never actually sat down and made a video talking about this. Mainly because it's not like super personal, but it is something that did happen and I didn't think it was worth making a video on. But I wanted to talk about my first ever hookup experience. And it's no shade towards the woman at all. And honestly, like, why do y'all fucking black pillars crave sex so much? I don't understand that. I just don't. I don't understand not just black pillars, but guys in general or certain guys. Like, why do they crave this shit so much to the point where it's like an identity, and they even shame other guys, even to some extent women too. They shame them because, oh, they're still a virgin, or they're still, they haven't actually manned up, or whatever the fuck it is. So how did I and this woman meet? So it was on Facebook dating, not Tinder, surprisingly. Um, and I gave her the ultimatum. I said, or asked her if she wanted to hook up, and I said it's up to her. If she doesn't, that's fine. Um, and she told me she did. And this was like sometime back in August of this year, or yeah, of 2025. And so I drive down there. The first time I fucked up, actually found her apartment and knocked on the door. She was out walking her dog, and I had no idea she was. So I had to come back and drove all the way back home, talked to her again, and I sent her a picture of the doormat that I saw in front of her door. And she, um, yeah, I was like, oh, she was walking her dog and whatnot. And so I go back and we talk a little bit. We actually talked way before, or for a while before anything happened. And, well, things happened. And without getting too explicit, um, let's just say I didn't regret my decision, but I didn't see the point. I actually even inevitably ended up feeling bad, even though she gave consent and everything else, um, strictly because I just kind of felt like I was using her, and that wasn't even the case because things didn't not work out, but I had performance anxiety. I thought I was the shit at first, but yeah, um, I wasn't some love making pro. I mean, I was good at doing the tongue and mouth action. She even told me that actually. But the thing is that when it came down to it, the real deal, uh, she fucking, I'm not she, but I just couldn't, man. I tried, like the whole goal too, while I was trying to do the deed, was I wanted to please her mainly. It's kind of why I was there. It wasn't even for me. Um, and so, yeah, things didn't happen. So we ended up just laying around watching One Piece. I asked her about it. We talked about it a lot. We actually talked for hours, you know. And that whole time I processed it as I was driving home. I left around 1 a.m. and I got there at like 9 or not, yeah, 1 a.m. and I got there at 9 p.m. So I was there for a while. It's not like, I scared her off or whatever the fuck, but yeah, we laid around naked talking about One Piece. And, that as I was on the way home, I was like, How in the fuck is this something guys will literally kill over? Um, because it was boring, in my own opinion. And it wasn't anything, again, towards the woman herself. It was just, I don't know, it was an interesting experience, but at the same time, it was like, it wasn't even worth it. Like, I could have lived fine freely without even having this experience. You know what I mean? Like, I just did not understand the whole thing with sex and why people like it so much. I just don't get it. I don't. I don't get it. I mean, I know it's good for you. At least that's what they say. It's healthy. Again, that's what they say. Um, but at the end of the day, it is something to just not really give mind to when you do interact with women um, in the future and everything in between. And well, later, lo and behold, guess what happened? She ends up ghosting me. I even told her before I left, like, if you want to hang out, for non sexual reasons, then that's fine. I don't mind that. Um, but that never ended up happening. She never reached out to me because, I mean, I reached out to her. The last message I sent her was something under the effect of, "Hey, how are you doing?" And all she did was look at it, didn't say anything else. And well, you know, you know how that went, probably nowhere. And I just, it's not worth like making that a goal. Like, oh man, I'm so depressed because, or even making yourself depressed over because, sex isn't worth a fucking, you being sad for a long ass time um, because some woman didn't, sleep with you or whatever the fuck it is. Um, I'm just so sad that this woman didn't sit on my face. And it's like, well, bro, it's not that big of a fucking deal. You will live. You will live. You know? Like, hookups aren't really worth it in the sense, will I do it again? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But if it does, if I wouldn't care if it doesn't happen. You know, I don't care if the night becomes, we talk for the whole night and then a relationship starts that way. I think that's a little more healthier than just falling in love because someone fucked you the way you wanted. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, you shouldn't do that. I'm not telling you how to live your life or whatever. I just personally don't see the reason in hooking up and making it a fucking mental mission and then end up getting depressed over and thinking you're unworthy because a woman didn't sleep with you. Um, that is complete horse shit. A lot of that falls on the personality, the behavior, you know, but it's not fucking worth like giving your all and then giving up and saying, "Oh, I just can't date anymore. I just can't do this. Oh, bro, I'm so sorry. Oh, I just can't anymore. I'm done. I'm walking away from dating." And if really sex was your goal for dating, then you have your priorities all fucked up, in my own opinion, because that is not what makes a relationship. As a matter of fact, you can have a healthy relationship if you view sex as like gross or whatever the hell. You can view that in a healthy way and have a healthy, happy relationship that way. Like, sex doesn't make a relationship, it's a part of it. Like, you could have sex without being in a relationship and everything in between. And again, if you like doing that, that's fine. I don't care. Not telling you how to live, but this is my perspective on it. And I just don't think it's fucking worth it. I don't even go out of my way to chase this sort of shit because not only is it prone for you to get diseases that can ultimately ruin your life, but it's also kind of a waste of time, man. Like, are you going to sleep with somebody who's not going to hit you up ever again? Even not even just for sexual things. I mean, like to hang out, to talk, whatever. Like, when she didn't message me, I did not get mad. I actually kind of expected that. And even that night, I was thinking, okay, you know, and honestly, I will say this. She did want me to stay the night. She asked if I wanted to. And I told her no because I don't know her. I barely know her. And if that's the reason she ghosted me, that's a little childish, actually. But yeah, I just think it's not worth, getting depressed over as a man. And if you have friends pestering you, oh, bro, you haven't had sex yet? You ain't a man, bro. You ain't a man at all. Get the fuck out of here. That does not make you a goddamn man. What makes you a man is respecting other people, their boundaries, and everything in between. It's not the sex, it's how you treat others, in my own opinion. So, yeah, I wanted to come on here, share that story, and let you all know that, getting a hookup really isn't like the end all be all. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's just the fucking fruits of the labor, the fact of life. It's not an end all be all scenario. Um, so without further ado, that's me, Sacred G. So I want to know what in the fuck are your guys' thoughts if you've ever had a hookup before or hookups. So what are your thoughts on hooking up? So see you in the next video. Peace the fuck out.